Okay, so how cool, or should I say, how creepy would it be to shake hands with a mummy? Well, there's a church located in Dublin, Ireland named St. Michan's where you can do just that. The church was originally built in 1095, which parts of the church date back thousands of years ago, which the current church was reconstructed in the 17th century. They also hold regular church services there today, but there's something quite creepy about this church. There's a metal door that is accessed from the cemetery, which leads down to a crypt that holds several mummies that you can shake hands with. Now, the church is not allowed to open or desecrate these coffins to shake hands or see the mummies, but the loophole states that if the coffins are already open or desecrated, you can touch the mummies, which they believe that since the coffins are underneath ground under the church, that the gases from the earth are naturally opening the coffins, which makes it possible for people to see and touch them. According to the Atlas Obscure, which is a website for tours and travel, they say that there are 4 famous mummies that live at this church. The first mummy is known as the Thief. They say that he had his hand chopped off for stealing, but later on he converted to the church and became a priest. And when he passed away, they laid his body in a coffin underneath the church. The second mummy is a woman, and she's known as the Unknown, which there's not much information on her. There's also another woman beside her, which is named the Nun. There really isn't any information on her as well. But the fourth mummy, named the Crusader, is one of the most famous mummies that they have there. The mummy is over 6 feet tall, so what they had to do was break his legs and his arms to place behind him so that he fit in the coffin. Also, it's said that if you shake hands with the Crusader or you touch his finger, then you'll have good luck. But according to the Travel Fairy website, which is a website for tourism and travel, and people that go on these tours can jot down their experiences that they've had, states that it wasn't uncommon for coffins to be made small. So back then they had to actually cut off the legs and the arms of the dead bodies to fit their bodies into the coffin. So it was pretty normal for that to happen. But there have been some break-ins into the vaults, and according to Mummy Stories, which is also another website for travel and tourism, and travelers can jot down their experiences they had, and there's some facts saying that in 1996, a couple of teenagers broke into the vault and desecrated some of the coffins, which they also took one of the heads from the mummies, and when the police arrived, they were playing football with it, which it said if you shake the hand of the Crusader, you'll get good luck. So I wonder what kind of luck these teenagers had after they took the head of a mummy. Also, in 2019, someone again broke into the vault, desecrated the graves, and moved around 40 pieces of bones into different coffins. But this time, they took the head of the Nun and the Crusader. But eventually, a couple months later, they were recovered. So I find creepy things really interesting. So I for sure want to travel to Dublin, Ireland, to St. Michan's to experience these mummies. I think it's really cool, and I definitely would touch his hand to see if I had good luck, so we'll see what happens. But it's strange, though, that we humans, we find creepy things such as these mummies fascinating. We're really drawn to creepy things, and that's really interesting.